So hey, Ty Cohen here from KindleCashflow.com. I just left Starbucks and I got one of these passion iced teas. This thing is actually pretty good. It's caffeine free. And as I'm going through the drive-up, the barista or the cashier, whatever you call him, he's a young kid, and he's probably about, I'd say, 18, 19 years old. And he's like, oh man, that's an awesome car. Great car. So I'm in the Audi right now, RS5. And, you know, this is a kid who, I guess he was paying attention, right? I've never spoke to him before, but people pay attention. So he says, you know, I always see you come by in these amazing cars like the Jaguars and the Hemi and the Corvette. And what do you do? Like, how do you afford these cars? And I told him, I said, you know what? I'm a business owner. And we started talking about cars, and he told me one of his favorite cars was the Audi R8, right? So I said one of my favorite cars is the Ferrari 488, and that's on my goal list here. So he's like, well, how do I get to the point where I can afford the Audi? And I'm like, dude, it's super simple. And I'm going to share the same advice with you, and I hope that you take it to heart. Many of you probably have heard me talk about this stuff before, and how you can actually build a business that makes a lot of money quickly and continuously, because that's the important part, is making a lot of money and it continuing to flow, right? Not something that's just a one-off, like it just works for this year or just this month, but something that can work for decades. So I told him, I said, one of the biggest things is making sure that you're serving a huge market. Like, look at the Microsofts, look at like the Amazons, look at you know, if you look at my business, right, Writer's Life we have, and then we've got Kindle Cashflow. Like, we serve huge global markets. If you look at any of the books that I publish online, huge global markets. They're not books that, it's not content that is just geared towards this small little niche or this small group of people. Anything you do, if you're selling, you want to make sure that you reach as many people as you possibly can. You want to reach as many people as you possibly can. That's where the money is at. And then the second thing is make sure that you're putting out, you know, products or content or service that's evergreen. Something that people are going to want long term. Right? So people are going to want that thing like long term. Again, if you go to Amazon, people continuously visit Amazon over and over and over and over again. If you look at any of the content that I put out, people continuously come back over and over and over again, right? You look at some of the big companies that are out there. Study these big companies, because they'll give you all of the clues. And the beautiful thing about it is now, because we're in the day of the internet, you don't have to have a lot of money to get started. Like, you can literally have a computer or a laptop, like a desktop computer or a laptop, or you can have your cell phone, one of these smartphones, to get started. Right, so that's it. That's my advice for the 19-year-old Starbucks barista or cashier. But the cool thing about it is, this is the same advice that I would give my children. This is the same advice that I give to my high-end coaches that pay $25,000, $50,000 for me to consult with them. It's the steps that you initially take that make all the difference. Right? So if this makes sense, let me know. As always, we have some great contests. So the person that goes in and puts up a comment, it could be anything. It could be, hey, nice glasses, Ty, great content. It could be like, I love Starbucks. It could be, I hate Starbucks, or I like that Starbucks passion tea. What we do is we randomly go in, we select people, and we issue them cash and prizes. So you want to be part of that group right there. And it just starts by simply doing two things. Number one, liking this video, and number two, commenting. So commenting below, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the day? How's your day going? My day is going fantastic. I hope you're having a fantastic day as well. I'll see you soon.